Hey guys, what is up? It's Arunat here. We all daydream from time to time what it would be like if we didn't have to do a regular 9-to-5 job. Instead, we could do what we truly like and make money while doing that. So in this video, I would like to showcase you what the process is like in which you can grow from someone doing a regular 9-to-5 job to someone running their own business, turning that into a passive income source, and by the end of this video, becoming a fully fledged entrepreneur and investor, unlocking bigger and bigger opportunities, tapping into that sweet goal of financial freedom. Another interesting video, so if you drop a like, I'm really thankful for that because it helps with the YouTube algorithm, but you probably know it by this point, so let's just get started. Originally, I wanted to create some videos about entrepreneurship and how to make money online, but when I came across two videos, one from Alex Hormozi and the other from The Swedish Investor, both of which are phenomenal channels by the way, so make sure to check them out. So when I saw these two videos mentioning Robert Kiyosaki's Cashflow Quadrant, the author of the successful book Rich Dad Poor Dad, I thought I would give it a go and showcase it from a different angle that I think is also viable. So if you don't know what the Cashflow Quadrant is, it describes the 4 ways to make money, and it looks something like this. In the top left, you have the employee, which means someone who has a job. On the bottom left, you have the self-employed who actually owns a job, while on the top right, you have the business owner who owns a whole system that can fulfill a job, and on the bottom right, you have the investor kind of way to make money, where money actually works for you. Now, each of these ways have their own pros and cons, which I'm not going to cover in this video, but you may notice one common thing. The more you tend towards the right, the less reliant you are on having a job, and the more you can utilize other people's time and money as a resource, something Robert Kiyosaki calls OPT and OPM, other people's time and other people's money, respectively. These quadrants don't necessarily work as a linear process because even someone being an employee can become an investor and have their money work for them, bringing them closer to financial freedom due to having more cash coming into their life. I don't know if the author Robert Kiyosaki talks about it in a linear way as well, as I plan to do it. I haven't yet read his books, but I heard great things about it, so make sure to check it out. I will leave links in the description. This video and becoming a business owner is definitely not for everyone, but if you're a specific type of person, it might be a natural progression. I call this type of person the thriver. To me, thrivers are people who are actively looking to make something better and create more value. And sometimes it begins with being an employee. If you start at the very beginning of this process at the employee level, you will find many people who are satisfied with the 9-to-5 job because it offers security. You got a secure job, you got a predictable salary, employee perks, and so on. And being satisfied with a regular job is totally okay. There is nothing wrong with that. Not all of us strive for the same things in life. What motivates you and me might not be motivating for someone else, and that's okay. But if you work a certain time with the mindset of a thriver who wants to see how things work, why they work that way, and how they could improve on that, you will find yourself full of ideas that will either have you move up the corporate ladder or have you branch out and start something on your own. And that mindset is crucial if you are someone looking to grow in terms of how well you can exploit opportunities and reap the benefits of creating value for others. Or in other terms, make a lot of money. If you elaborate on your ideas for a while, they usually become business ideas. How viable they are, you will have to examine them and decide whether there is a real opportunity there and whether you want to go with it. If you decide to go with it, you enter a new phase in this process and unlock a great amount of control over your job by becoming self-employed. Creating your own business means either doing it as a side hustle or becoming self-employed. I love the term, by the way, because it shows at the same time you are employed by yourself, so you are essentially your own boss, having complete flexibility over how you do your work and when you do it, but at the same time you're still an employee who has to put in the same amount of work, if not more, to see progress. Because you don't have a guaranteed job, a predictable salary, nor any of the perks. Those are things you will have to take care of as time moves forward. And that's why I can't blame anyone who sticks with a 9 to 5, because it's a huge gap and it brings a lot of uncertainty to your life. However, your earnings potential is unlimited from day one, and once you find traction, it's exponentially easier and faster to make money compared to a regular job. Having a business means that you need a product or service that you can sell to people. But the trick is, you can only sell something if it has value to the customer. So by this point, you either already know how to create value, or you will have to learn how to do it because your business and therefore your livelihood depends on it if you aren't doing it as a side hustle. No pressure, right? Well, to reduce the stress factor, I would highly recommend you try building some passive income streams as early as possible in your life, because you having that extra cash flow coming in and acting as a safety net will make things that much easier and somewhat less stressful. You might want to check my tips in the pop-out banner or in the description below for ideas on how to get started building passive income streams. I'm sure you will find something useful in there. Either way, if you want to create value, always think with your customer's head. Things like who they are, what they need, what are their problems, why they would buy your product or service. Does your product or service save them any time or make them money? If yes, how much? If you know these things, you can have a good guess about how valuable your product is to other people and how much they would likely pay for it. Once you are successful in creating value, your business will grow, and consequently you will reach a point where more work is required than what you are capable of providing for the business alone. This will come eventually. The when might depend on the type of business you do, but if you are on the right track, you will be hiring more employees and outsourcing positions that need to be taken care of until you can outsource your own position as well, which would mean you enter another stage in the business-related financial freedom game. Becoming a business owner is another big jump in this process. Now that you have outsourced your position in the business, you have nothing to do with the business, and the business should run and grow on its own without you having to do anything. This is when you get to enjoy all the work you put in the beginning, because if you just think about it, you just created another passive income stream for yourself. You can also choose to sell this business at a nice price, because if you did a great job at finding the right people, the business should grow by itself, and that is very valuable to investors. Furthermore, by outsourcing your position in the business, you got back all the time in a day that you spent working on the business. And with the money it is generating now, you are free to do another activity or participate in other businesses with that much more experience and financial backing, which opens up possibly the biggest doors of all time. You can be a full-on investor with the money you receive from the business you just created and which runs on autopilot by this time. The money you get could be used to invest in other businesses and buy a share in those companies as well. The idea here is that you now have some experience in spotting what makes businesses work, and you can better judge how likely a business is to succeed or what else they need in addition to succeed, and you can help them find the pieces and drive growth. Knowledge in stock market investing and valuing companies would also be a huge bonus for you at this stage, so make sure to check out some of my related videos in the topic. I will leave some in the pop-out banner and the description below. I'm sure they will really help you out piecing together information and finding correlations. I hope this video gave you some new insights. If it did, don't forget to like this video, let me know what you think, and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Arthur Nudge. And that's it for today. I hope you learned something new today. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.